Ever since the new 1.4 update with Dream Addresses, countless Animal Crossing fans have gotten their Dream Addresses banned and deleted from online servers. There's a ton of fear out there, so let's break this all down, shall we? What's happening, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys another awesome tips and tricks tutorial video for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Today's video is showcasing everything you need to know about preventing bans on your Animal Crossing account. We're going to give you guys 5 ways in order to make sure that your Dream Address does not get flagged by Nintendo. And of course, we've got a lot of other tips and tricks along the way. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys have not already taken a look at the main channel page, please do so. We've got tons of Animal Crossing content. I would love it if you guys would take a look at it, and I would love it if you guys would hit that subscribe button. The video that I want you guys most to pay attention to was the video right over here. Yes, we've got August Bugs and Fish. Show that video some love. But outside of that, we have the I Got Banned video where Nintendo used telemetry in order to find something on my island that should not have been there. More information about that in a little bit. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Alright, so as you guys can see on screen over here, we've got a little bit of a chapter breakdown. We're going to give you guys all the context so you understand what exactly is going on, and then we're going to jump into the 5 tips that you guys need to know so that your Dream Address does not get taken down and you don't get an email from Nintendo saying that it's been removed based off of whatever they flagged it for. Okay, so right off the bat, let's give you guys a little bit of context of version 1.4, shall we? As soon as you jump into any bed within your house, you click on Yeah, I Want to Sleep, and now you're going to be greeted with Luna, and Luna has the availability to allow you to upload your current state of Animal Crossing to the library, the online library of Dream Addresses. Now, this is a great option, considering the fact that having the ability to visit anyone's town at any given time without them being there to let you open up the gates, dealing with the dodos and their dodo codes, or just, you know, all of that nonsense. You don't have to worry about it. The beauty about this is that you can go forward, you can click on I Want a Dream, you can enter anyone's Dream Address simply by having that code, and then you're going to be able to visit it. Now, anything that happens within the dream stays within that dream, outside of taking particular custom designs that they have made. So anyway, you can see over here, just enter any kind of dream code, and then you can go off and visit them. Again, the only thing that you could take out of it is going to be their custom designs, which is kind of cool. I like that. So anyway, other than that, you can click on About the Dream You Shared, and then you can upload your save state right now of what your Dream Address looks like and what your entire town is, so all your friends can come over there. If you guys want to take a look at what my town looks like, feel free. Dream Address is right over there. So this is awesome, right? You can delete the dream, you can make it private if you wanted to, but updating it is there. The only way that you are going to get to a Dream Address is if you input the code. Nintendo's not going to promote your Dream Address to anyone. There's no online marketplace that says the top 10 towns, the top 100 towns in your region. There's nothing like that. So the only way that someone can actually visit your town via Dream is if they have your code. Alright, so there's a lot of fear and a lot of confusion happening in the Animal Crossing community about what exactly is a ban versus what is a deleted Dream Address. Like, what's going to happen when you upload your Dream Address, right? So I'm going to give you guys the anecdote of what happened to me personally, in case you guys are not familiar with the scene. So I went over on version 1.4, brand new update, right as soon as it launched. We spent about an hour hanging out right over here with the fireworks, and then as soon as we were done with that, we went over to our Dream Address area, and then we uploaded our town. Now, my town was known for having some hacked items on it. I found them very cool, hacked items such as the star trees and or camouflage items. These items are not able to be obtained in the game through normal means. They had different attributes adjusted, so instead of a bell bag on a tree, it would be a star fragment, and it looks really cool, so that's the reason why I got them. And same thing with the camo cat. It was more along the lines of like the lucky cat having an attribute of black, white, or gold, and then changing the attribute to an undefined number where it would actually camouflage itself with things inside the area. Very cool stuff, but at the same time, it does go against Nintendo's code of conduct that is specifically about modding items within the game. So then, the moment that I uploaded my Dream Address, I got this email over here that says, hey, heads up, we deleted your post in game based off of cheating, hacking during online gameplay. And it says that if violations continue, other actions such as restricting your usage of Nintendo account services may be taken. So that being said, they also give us a link to the end user agreement, which is right over here. You guys can go through and read that. This will be linked in the description below. And more importantly, it's the Nintendo Code of Conduct, which is about from 2 years ago. Definitely needs an update. But nonetheless, it was more along the lines of this right over here. This is what I was flagged for. It was pretty much more along the lines of attempting to use hacks or mods. And I'm not the one that's going to go out here and like try to hack items and try to sell them online for money or try to scam you out of Nook Miles tickets or anything like that. I like the aesthetics of them, and the aesthetics did not affect anyone, so I thought that they were okay. But now that I'm actually like open to this, it's like, all right, well, it's considered hacks and mods. There's no two ways about it, so I'm done with it. As easy as that. So now I'm not going to go over and I'm not going to poke the bear that is Nintendo, and I'm not going to continue to violate this stuff. So what happens is, since I got this email, it's a slap on the wrist saying, hey, heads up, knock it off. If you do it again, we can potentially ban you from online services. So keep that in mind. We're going to go over a whole bunch of tips that will prevent you from getting banned very soon, but make sure that you guys know the differences here. My Dream Address got deleted, got taken down, and I can still upload it at any given time. You can go visit my Dream Address right now. It doesn't have any of those things on there, so keep that in mind. Okay, here we go. Tips to help you guys make sure that you don't get banned from online gameplay and your Dream Address does not get deleted. The first tip that we're going to talk about is removing all sorts of hacked items from your town. Now, that can totally mean a lot of different things, so let's break it down. Any kind of hacked item in the game, such as star trees or anything that grows on top of trees, you want to make sure that you get rid of those, either by chopping them down, uprooting them completely, and trashing them. Sell them to the Timmy and Tommy little brothers. Like, do all that stuff. If you have any of the camo items within the game, make sure you guys get rid of those as well. Anything that's not supposed to be in there. I would honestly take it a step further and take a look inside your inventory within the game or your storage, just to make sure that there's nothing else floating around over here. And you'll notice that if there is something floating around, and I'll give you guys a visual example, it looks exactly like this. Now, this is called the garden bench. As you can see over here, there's no icon for it, simply because it's a camo item. You can grab it, you can move it to pockets, and then the little dots right there. Now that it's in my pockets, we're going to go outside of my house and I'm going to trash it. It's as simple as that. So take all of your hacked items in the game, cut them down, uproot them, trash them, just so that Nintendo's telemetry does not pick that stuff up. Here we go. Should you toss something? Absolutely you should, right over here. See you later, garden bench. Done. It's as easy as that. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, hey Abdallah, I used to use some sort of exploits way back in the day with crown spinning or putting shark models on top of tables in order to duplicate them, and I used the mail glitch in order to duplicate a whole bunch of stuff. Now, is my account going to get banned for that, or am I going to get hacked for that? The answer is no, it's not. It was an exploit and not necessarily a hack, so therefore everything that you duplicated inside the game is legit stuff within the game. Sure, people can point fingers and call it cheating, but at the end of the day, it's an exploit and not a hack. So you're going to be completely safe, regardless of how many crowns you spun on that table ages ago. Heck, I still have my memorial for it right over here because I remember, and that's how we made millions of bells. It was actually pretty funny. Our second step in order to prevent you guys from getting banned online is going to be removing any kinds of traces within text within the game that have advertising or self-promotion. Now, there's two things that I'm going to be naming. The first one is going to be any of your in-game residences' names. As you can see over here on the map, I will show you guys that we do not have our third villager, which I named Subscribe. I thought it was kind of funny. It worked out in some of my videos, but once we go online with that person's name, someone might construe that as self-promotion and then end up reporting it. So we want to eliminate that stuff. Don't give any kind of ammunition. Next up is going to also be taking a look at your passport. Now, your passport, in case you guys didn't know, you can actually change up what your character says when people come on over and they talk to your character in a dream island. So mine right now says telemetry is real because that's exactly a thing. Some people like to think that people are banning people online because they're getting reported, but that's not the case, especially when it comes to hacked items. Nintendo has the wide scan that's going to scan that stuff. But anyway, we've already talked about that. But anyway, with this, you can press the A button and then you can absolutely comment whatever you want on there. Now, keep it clean and then don't self-promote. On screen right now, you guys can see some different examples of what people are doing. And yes, I'm making a joke of it, but no, this is actually real, and people are plugging their Instagrams, they're plugging their Twitch, they're plugging their Facebook, they're plugging all of their social media handles in their little short comment on your profile, which is getting all of them flagged. And so anything that's like self-promotion, you do want to make sure that you are absolutely vanilla with that stuff. Don't try to do it. Trust me, no one's going on your Animal Crossing profile and looking to find you on Instagram. Just saying. All right, anyway, let's move on. Telemetry is real. That was kind of funny. I liked coming up with some of those ideas. All right, number 3. Here we go. Remove all traces of advertising and self-promotion in your in-game designs. Yeah, I know that's crazy. How in the world is that possible? But this is our 3rd tip in order to get you guys covered. And I don't really know how someone can make some sort of design on a pattern that would promote something outside of anything like that. Yeah, I have honestly no idea. So I'm gonna let you guys figure that one on your own. But nonetheless, as you guys are out here, make sure that all of your QR code patterns and everything like that are going to be super safe, especially if you are displaying them. So QR code patterns right over here. I've got tons of them. Some of them may be self-promoting. I don't know. Subliminal messaging? I can't tell you. But anyway, custom designs, that's really where it's at. Some of you guys may have some custom designs that promote something, and if you guys have your dream address that has the little kiosk out there and you're sharing your designs, just be careful about that and potentially think about removing them. Now, our 4th tip about making sure that you don't get banned from online is going to be an obvious one, but sometimes people need it spelled out. Definitely prevent any kinds of inappropriate content within the game. Now, I'm not going to spell out what exactly is inappropriate because it's subjective from person to person. But generically saying, you can say that any kind of hate speech, any kind of adult themes, or anything that threatens others' safety is absolutely construed as inappropriate. Yes, there's a fine line and it's subjective. But of course, you have to think about it from Nintendo's point of view. If another person saw this in your island, would they necessarily get offended? Some of you guys might say, nah, man, no one's gonna get offended by having like a bar, alcoholic themes in my town, or bloodstains on the ground, but you want to think about it that way. So anyway, again, it's all subjective, but take the shoe on the other foot and try to think about how someone else can misconstrue what your design elements are and potentially flag it to Nintendo. So our last tip that we're going to give you guys in order to make sure that you don't get banned from online gameplay is as simple as this. Just don't upload your dream address. Yeah, as simple as that sounds, that's exactly it. So the moment that you upload your dream address, you are going to be put under a microscope by Nintendo, of course, based on how they want you to play the game. Now, of course, if you don't do that, you have simple free reign to do anything you want on your island, like it was before 1.4. If you want to make a horror-themed island, feel free to do so. That's awesome. Invite people over manually versus having the dream address option. Just keep it on your own. It's as simple as that. So there you have it, ladies and gents, teaching you guys everything you need to know about bans and dream address deletion, and giving you guys 5 tips in order to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. Let me know what you guys think about the whole situation of all these bans and everything like that in the comments below. Let's keep the discussion going. Thanks so much for being here, and as usual, if you guys enjoy Animal Crossing content, I would love it if you guys would hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 800,000 subscribers. What are we waiting for? And while you're at it, turn on notifications. I can't wait to read and interact with all of your comments in the comment section below. Thanks so much for sharing this video. Yeah, that totally helps out. So make sure that you guys share it to get more people on board with knowing what to do to prevent these bans. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.